One. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to our power, which is Yahweh. We do so by Hashem Yahweh Shai, which are the true names of the Heavenly Father and of His Son, who the world calls Jesus Christ. All right, and this is Brother Nakawam, along with my esteemed colleague Azam Awath from the Dallas camp.
Shalom.
All right, this is another news and prophecy video. All right, because that's what I do. Today I got the brother with me. All right, because I usually do it by myself, but hey, the scripture says 2 is better than 1, right? So we're just gonna go ahead and get in, and we're gonna get into these prophecies because that's what we ought to do. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that first, because that is a spiritual gift that every man should desire to have. This is 1 Corinthians 14th, the 14th chapter, verse 1. As is follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. See that? So Paul said to desire spiritual gifts, but hey, rather that ye prophesy. Because if you got that spirit of prophecy and you, what does that mean? You got the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Let me get that too. Revelation 19 and 11. It says, no, verse 10. It says, and I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou doest not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh. For the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy, right? So you have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, you have the spirit of prophecy in you. And the word prophesy is to speak before. And you can only prophesy if you have faith, and which all men don't have, right? Because men, they don't want to say something and then they be like, oh, damn, I don't want to be wrong. Well, you have to have faith, and ultimately you got to have the spirit. The spirit has to be on you. Something?
Yeah, I got a quick precept. This is the book of John, chapter 14 and 29, to further prove that Yahweh Shai has given us the spirit of prophecy, right? And his disciples. It says this, and now I have told you before it come to pass. All right. So what is that? If somebody tells you something that before it comes to pass, that makes it a prophecy. He says that when it is come, you might believe. Right. So that's the whole reason of him giving us the spirit of prophecy, so that we'll be notified and we'll be alert about the things that's happening inside this current world. All right. Because in book of Sirach 5 and I want to say 5 and 15, he says that you shouldn't be ignorant of any matter, whether it may be small or great. So the Most High God, he hasn't just left his chosen men out here, to be bewildered in these uncertain times when the rest of the world, they're in this state of panic and perplexity, because that's brother's about to show, some of these videos. It just goes to show how these heathens, how these Gentiles, man, and even the wicked of our people, how they're just in a perplexed state right now. They have nowhere to turn. The Most High God just backed them into a corner.
Right. Yeah. I got some too. This is just a piggyback of what you said, because it says through prophesying ye also believe. So this is, and that's the whole point of prophesying, right? Because the reason why we're all in this truth right now is, number one, because of the Holy Spirit, and number two, because of prophecy, right? Because we all came in watching the video, somebody breaking down Deuteronomy 28 or some prophecy, right? And then we believe, we're convinced. So this is 1 Corinthians 14 and verse 24. Now I'm starting verse 23. It says, if therefore the whole church be come together into one place, right? Just like right now, the church come together in one place as we are, and all speak with tongues, different tongues. Let's just say French. And there come in those that are unlearned or unbelievers. Will they not say that ye are mad? Ye unbelievers. What the hell are they saying? Verse 24. But if all prophesy, and there come in one that believeth not, or one unlearned, he is convinced of all, he is judged of all. See that? He is convinced, like, damn, this is the truth.
Yep.
This is the truth right here. So the whole reason of prophecy is to convince the naysayers, convince people that this is the truth.
Yep.
Let me see. I want to get that in the GNT.
Yeah, that's powerful. That's powerful.
Verse 24 says, GNT, it says, but if everyone is proclaiming God's message, when some unbelievers or ordinary people come in, they will be convinced of their sin by what they hear. Oh, like damn.
Yeah.
I need to repent. I need to come and do this. So that's the whole point of us prophesying, so we can convince people.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And this, I got a precept if my and this is the whole like the brother is making his point, man. This is the season of prophecy, right? Because there was a season to where things seemed like it was kind of going slow or whatnot, but as you are made witness, man, it's clearly evident, to the believer and unbeliever alike, that we are definitely in the times to be prophesying. So this is what needs to be put out in the airwaves. This is 2 Ezra 15 verse 1. He says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. You see? So the words that need to be spoken in the people's ears is the words of prophecy, not the words of prosperity or the words of just some vanities and some vain puffed up words, that's not edifying, that's not building up the church.
Right.
He says, speak in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. So he said that these prophecies are faithful and true. When you read in Revelation 19, who did he say is faithful and true? Yahweh Shah. So that goes to show you that these prophecies are none other. Well, Yahweh Shah is none other than an embodiment of these prophecies, further proving that he gives you the testimony of prophecy. I mean, the spirit of prophecy.
That's right. All right, that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, kind of good point. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and play. Let me see. I'm gonna play this video first. All right, so let me go ahead and make it a little bigger. You see it better?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, I'm gonna play this first. Now this is from Yahoo Finance. Oh no, not this one. I'm gonna play that one later.
Introducing Insurify, the newest way to stop wasting your money.
Play this one.
Every single Sunday, I send out a watch list for free of the.
Hold on, Sloppy.
Yeah, it's kind of lagging a little bit.
Yeah, it is.
There you go.
Because I got the Zoom on, and then
absolute best stocks that are coming up over the course of the week. For example, two of the stocks.
Proposals when it comes to boosting.
All right, boom. So this is from Yahoo Finance, which brothers should be subscribed to different channels like these. So because the brother read, and you read 2 Ezra 15, right?
God.
Well, actually, it's not 2 Ezra 15, it's the 2 Ezra 9. The Lord says to measure thou the time diligently in itself, to see the prophecies. So how are you going to measure the time if you're not looking at the news? See, what you got to do is you got to look at the news and then filter the news through the scriptures. You say, okay, wow, this is what they just said here on the news. Well, this is exactly what it says right here in the prophecies. So we're clearly at the time of the end.
Yep. Right? That's what you call being circumspect.
Exactly. It's called being circumspect, on your toes.
Yep.
Exactly.
Because the world, they watching the same news we watching, right? But they can't filter it out and have that discernment through the spirit and measuring it along with the Bible.
Exactly. And that's what makes a prophet. See, everybody in Israel is self-proclaiming to be a prophet now, but I don't see everybody doing this though. But this is from Yahoo Finance, and it says 29 million Americans are going hungry. 29 million Americans, bro, are going hungry, having to make tough decisions about food and paying bills. 29 million, bro. And majority of those people as our people, man.
Yep. Yep.
Like, bro, like we are definitely in the start of Jacob's trouble, man.
Yep.
The poorest or the minorities is failing right now, man.
I got a precept if you want.
Come on, go ahead.
Yeah, this second Ezra 16 and 17.
Oh, damn, look at you, man.
He said,
Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, go ahead. I already had that precept lined up.
okay,
Man,
you want to wait?
No, that's cool. Read down to verse 20.
Okay, come on. All right, he say, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and
Right, see that? The beginning of sorrows, man. And what is great sorrows? When people are in mourning. Matter of fact, Isaiah the 24th chapter talks about how the mirth is. Go ahead.
Yeah, he say, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
Famine and of what?
And great death.
And great death. So the beginning of famine. What's famine? All famine means is scarcity of food,
yep.
Right? A limit on food, and you have that. You have that going on. It's been going on ever since last March. America has already been in a famine, right? And now these stores, some of these stores, they have the food, but look, what they doing is is putting certain things out, and keeping a lot of things in the back, store it up. But the reason why 29 million Americans are going hungry, why? Is because they don't have any jobs, man, which we're going to get that next. They don't have any jobs. Why? Because of this COVID-19 that's shutting a lot of jobs down. So now that's leaving a lot of people jobless. And guess what? They talking about the stimulus packages from ceasing. What, December 26th, something like that? The money's gonna run out. Yeah. Which I screenshotted this. I had screenshotted this from the news yesterday. It says a bipartisan group of senators proposed a new 908 billion COVID-19 stimulus package on Tuesday. One of the few advances made toward coronavirus aid after several months of field talks in Washington, which they think that's going to. Hey, can you pull up Jeremiah 51, start verse 7?
Okay.
They think that's going to do something towards furthering this country, but it's not, because Babylon cannot be healed.
Bro, I was about to actually I had that lined up too.
See that?
Jeremiah 51.
And that's one of my favorite precepts, man. Like, that's one of my favorite precepts in the Bible. Yeah. People talking about rap bar, that's a bar right there. But you got it?
Yeah. Oh, I actually have 51. You want 51 and 9 or 7?
Start at verse 7. Start at verse 7.
Yeah, it says, Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
Exactly. So the Bible's saying that Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. Now, what is in that golden cup is wine, which is philosophy and doctrine, which America had made everyone to drunken. Revelation, the 19th chapter, says Babylon has corrupted the whole earth. And when we go into the word for corrupt, it speaks about moral influences, right? So America has corrupted the whole entire earth with its morale, right? Keep going.
It'll say Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
Yeah, Babylon is suddenly falling. Go ahead.
And destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain.
Right, take balm for her pain. And what is one of these bombs? Right. Well, first of all, what is a bomb? Right. In the ancient world, or today, we just call it a different name. Balm is an ointment, right? Ointment used to heal a wound, right? So what Babylon's trying to do, Babylon's trying to heal America's trying to heal its wound, its big wound that it has, right? But this 908 billion COVID-19 relief plan, that's all going to fail, right? Why? Keep going.
Yeah. It says, if so, she may be healed.
Right. If so, she may be healed. Maybe, right? Go ahead.
We would, verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
Yeah, we would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed though. She cannot be healed. So America's stop trying to take a band-aid and put it over a damn 6 foot crack. That's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like you trying to put a band-aid, you know, with a huge crack in the wall, and you try to put tape over it, like, all right, now it's good. Stop trying to do that.
Yep.
It cannot be healed. You cannot be healed. This place is done. It's over with, man. Right? The Bible says better is the ending of a thing than the beginning of it, man. This place is totally through, man. So none of these things, none of these bombs or ointments that you have that you're trying to heal Babylon or heal America with or yourself with is not going to work. Why? Because the Lord has determined to destroy this place. It's inevitable, man.
It's gotta happen.
You had something, bro?
Nah, I ain't had none.
Okay, come on. Let me go ahead. So let me go ahead and play. See, man, you see how the preachers roll out just by reading the title of a video.
Let's see. Let me go back. There you go.
So let me go ahead and play the video.
Welcome back to Yahoo Finance Live. As we've been discussing through this pandemic, more and more Americans are struggling with the issue of food insecurity. When you look at the numbers, they're staggering to size it all up. But keep in mind, before the pandemic hit back in 2018, nearly 8 million Americans, just 4% of adults here in the country, reported members of their households sometimes or often not having enough food to eat. That number surged to 26 to 29 million Americans, or 11% of adults, since we've hit this pandemic here. Joining us now to discuss that is Food Research and Action President Luis Guardia joins us now as part of our Food Insecurity in America segment, sponsored by CIT. And Luis, I mean, the numbers are staggering here. I know that's just the headline number, but talk to me about what you're seeing play out across the nation here. Put that number into context for us when we talk about how big of a problem this has now become.
Yeah, it's an enormous problem. And as you mentioned in our report, when we saw that 26 to 29 million adults reported that they sometimes are.
Yo, so I'm looking at this article, right? And that, look, and this article goes back to November 30th, right? Now, it says, Beasley said 135 million people were food insecure last year, compared to 270 million people now.
Damn.
But this say 29 million. So over the past few days, it done shot up. 2 days ago, November 30th, it was at 270 mil. Now it's at 29 mil.
Hey, you can expect, bro. You know what I'm saying? When a man or woman goes hungry, and especially they got kids to fend for, hey, they gonna go to desperate attempts to do whatever they got to do to feed. You know, so expect crime to start shooting up. You know,
matter of fact, get that, bro. Get that. Second nurse is 15. You already know.
Yep.
Exactly. Matter of fact, in Philadelphia, right, over 200 guns were stolen from a police department, man, out of the sheriff's office. Now, who did it? Now, I think it was some cops that did it, right? Some Edomite cops, because they already know what time it is.
Yep.
They know what time it is.
Yep. They do. Yep. Even at my job, I be listening to them Edomites, you know, just be talking. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, man. Shit. They know. All right, so this second Ezra 15 and 56. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so shall God do unto thee, right? And shall deliver thee into mischief. So what did they do unto God's chosen? They had us hungry and in derision. So now the Most High has them hungering in the original. He says, thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken down. And I like, bro, I don't know, man, but it's kind of like, to me, like whenever I see the word cities, like in the Bible, I understand it's just, it's talking about like whatever nation that pertains to, but America's known for cities, So I kind of find that like a key word, you know what I'm saying, for America. It says, thy city shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood.
It says eat their own flesh and drink their own blood. Hold that. Let me get this. Right. This is this book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 9.
I was just holding that. That's
see, that's sure.
That's crazy.
It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. So the Bible is letting you know that somebody that gets shot or get their heads chopped off, their necks, they are way better off than an individual that dies by the sword. I mean, that dies by hunger. That's what the Bible is letting you know, right? So if you get shot, that's better than you dying of hunger.
You getting shot is mercy.
Right, exactly. Which one of the worst ways to die is not by getting shot, it's not by getting your head chopped off, it's by hunger, starvation. That's one of the worst ways to die, right? And the Bible's going to tell you. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field. Yeah, they're like, oh, I want to eat so bad. And your body, what is your body doing? Your body is eating away your flesh. Your body is trying to survive, so it's gonna look for anything for food, man. You're gonna start eating away all your fat, all those things, right? Now watch this, verse 10, because the Ecclesiastes, the first chapter, says the thing that have been is that shall be, and there's no new thing under the sun. So what happened during the Babylonian captivity? Because that's what I'm reading. This is the time of Jeremiah. This is the time of the Babylonian captivity. What happened in the Babylonian captivity? Israel were eating their own kids.
Yep.
Right? And that also happened in 70 AD as well. So time repeats itself, and all of those were Jacob's trouble. That was time of Jacob's trouble. Right? So let me read verse 10 now. It says, the hands of the pitiful woman have sodden their own children. They were their meat and the destruction of the daughter of my people. So the Israelites, we were eating our own kids.
Oh,
right.
I got precept for that.
You said what?
I got precept for that.
Because we were being cannibals, right? So what do you think will happen this time? And another round of Jacob's trouble, right? The worst calamity that's about to come to the planet Earth, pursuant to Daniel, the 12th chapter. So man, it's going to get real out here, man. So all you people, you keep playing with the Lord. All you guys in Israel that's messing around, playing around, being straight buffoons, right? Not taking this truth serious. All you guys talking about ain't gonna be no time of trouble. You're gonna see, man. Well, go ahead, bro.
Yeah. So this was an account when Samaria had went through their great famine in 2 Kings 6. And I'm gonna start at verse 26. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, help my lord, O king. And he said, if Yahweh do not help thee, when shall I help thee? So he says, if the Lord ain't gonna help you, how am I gonna help you, right? All right, he say, out of the barn floor or out of the wine press. And the king said unto her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow, right? So it's like, today we're gonna eat your son, and tomorrow we're gonna eat my son, right? And these is every time we went off, these famines, these plagues, and these curses hit us, right? And so the same thing is about to happen once again. And not just us, but now it's these curses, they're starting to hit our enemies. Like he said in Deuteronomy 30:7, he said, all these curses I'm going to put up on your enemies. So now we're looking at the beginning of that.
Damn, that is real, bro. So now go back to 2 Ezra 15.
God.
Jump down verse 14.
God. 2 Ezra. You mean 16?
No. 15. And jump up to verse 14, and we're gonna read down.
Okay, God. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15 and 14. He say, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And
for the sword and your destruction draweth nigh. Go ahead.
And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Yeah, with swords in their hands, right? Dealing with the race wars. Go ahead.
For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another.
Exactly. Uprising against the government, right? Your mayor. Agreed on.
They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Keep going.
A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Dealing with martial law. Go ahead.
For because their pride, their city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Keep going.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods.
Spoil their goods. Go ahead.
Because of the lack of bread, and
because of the lack of bread, and what?
And for great tribulation.
And great tribulation. So that's what it's going to boil down to real soon. People are going to be breaking into individuals' houses because of the lack of bread. They're going to be stealing your food. All you people that's storing up food, which a lot of those food is going to be for the elect anyway. Right? Because some of us ain't going, not all of us is going to be in the woods and stuff like that. Some of us going to be, running in different houses and things. And man, basically what you see on the movies, right? We're going to go downstairs, you might see a little bunker, like, oh snap, open it, all these canned goods and stuff like that. All you people that storing those foods up, matter of fact, it tells you that, I forgot, I don't know, I think it's in Proverbs or it's in Psalms. Basically, oh, the treasures is laid up for the just. It's something like that. I'm not
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, man. It's somewhere in there. Yeah, we gotta get that. We gotta get that. I think it's in Psalms. All that's gonna be laid up. It's gonna lay up for us. Yahweh Ratazah, we're of the elect. Right? Hey, yo, man, do you just see the excitement and joy that's on our faces?
Yeah. Yeah, Proverbs 13:22.
Okay, Kanye, let's get it.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, he say, Proverbs 13:22, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just.
The wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just, man. Yep. All those things, the wealth, which what is wealth? Because you people think wealth is money, Balenciagas, Gucci, right? Yeah. What's real wealth? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that. This Genesis 13, verse 2, it says, and Abraham, which is Abraham, Abraham, right, was very rich. What was he very rich in? What's the first thing about to say? Cattle. What's cattle? Food, man. Let me go ahead into that word for cattle. Right? Look at this. Just to let you know, and this is lawful foods, because this is what? Cow. What is cow? Beef, right? Sheep. That's lawful. Goats. Benjamin love goat. I love goat. Curry goat. Yep. See that? In general, of a purchasable domestic animal for food, man, and in silver and in gold. That's rural riches, right? Yeah, animals, silver, everything. Yep. Everything you need, man.
Hey, so they be rolling up to their neighborhood, man. Your land fat. You know what I'm saying? And we over here flashing off some $50,000 cars. Come on, man.
Exactly.
With some damn rims on it and a subwoofer
Right.
in the back, and you think you done made it, nigga.
So you see that? Read that Proverbs 13 again, bro. That man,
Yeah.
that's because man, I was meditating on that scripture, man, a while ago.
Proverbs 13:22, he said, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just.
Yeah, that, and the matter of fact, let's go into the word for wealth. It says, and the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just.
Oh, I got a precept. Precept.
Come on, bro.
You want me to read it? Or you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This Job 27:16. Though he heap up silver as the dust and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on.
Damn. You may prepare it, but the just is gonna slide right through. Like, oh, excuse me.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, bro. You going to the word for wealth, right? It says probably a force, which force is what? Spoils, whether of men, means, or other resources, goods, substance. And what is food? Food is a good. Food is substance. Oh my goodness. Damn, bro.
The victuals.
Exactly, them victuals. them booties.
Oh,
right?
Booties.
And the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just, man. Which we go into the word for just is the Hebrew word tazadak. That's a nice name, tazadak.
Oh,
I know
powerful brother out here.
Going to the word means righteous man. So all the righteous men, which is dealing with the elect, all right, in the 1/3 too, man. You sisters, man. Some of you sisters that are sincere, all right, you can be eating too. All right, all the women that's really down with their man.
You gotta submit.
Yeah, that's a fact. Submit to your husband, or else you're gonna be eating your damn kid.
Yep.
And that's the truth.
And the Bible tell you who the just is. What was that? Isaiah 45:22. And in the Lord shall all the seed of Israel be justified and shall glory. And that's really going to the elect. Because we're not gonna the elect, they're not gonna have that wrath of God poured up on them like the evildoers.
That's right.
So they're gonna be justified. So yeah, that's who's gonna be taking your booties.
That's right, man. So yeah, so that's what's gonna happen, right? Nothing but crimes is gonna be committed because of the lack of food. And matter of fact, man, I definitely had a dream last night too, man. I had a dream last night about 2nd Ezra 15, right? I was looking out, it was at nighttime, and I was looking outside, my window, right? And man, like bro, like across the street was barricade, bro. It was barricade, like this whole block was just locked in or locked out from the whole other side, bro.
Damn.
It was boarded up, bro, and all you see is nothing but fire. All you see is fire out there, people trying to get over the other side. Now I'm just looking, and I was just looking outside my window at everybody doing it, bro. I'm just looking.
Bro, didn't I just tell you about my dream I had last week about almost the same thing? I was in a room and I saw some fire up in these other buildings.
Oh yeah, come on. Bro, it's just, bro, like we having these spiritual dreams, man. That's 2nd Ezra 15. A man may desire to go to a city, but should not be able to, because who knows who knows what's on the other side, another barricaded wall, fortified wall. So the other block, they can't get to the other side too, and it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It was just crazy, bro. And like, bro, like it was finished, bro. Oh yeah, all the houses was beat down to shivers, bro. It was nothing but wood, brick, and dust. And just fire on the ground. People trying to get to the other side. And you know what's so crazy? It was mainly women too.
See?
That was, bro, it was nothing but women, bro.
Yep. What did I tell you about mine? It was mainly women. It was Edomite women though.
Yo, it was nothing but Eve that I saw, and nothing but Eves, bro, in my dream. It was crazy, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, hey, most I putting dreams out here, man, to forewarn you and prepare you.
For real.
You know?
For real.
Because the only way, man, you're gonna make it through these times is if you practice wisdom. You know, he says that discretion shall preserve thee in Proverbs 2:11. All right, and I'm gonna get this in Wisdom of Solomon 9:18. He says, "For so the ways of them which lived on the earth were reformed, and men were taught the things that are pleasing unto thee, and were saved through wisdom." You see? So that's the only way we're gonna make it through all of this, man.
Matter of fact, man, yeah, Isaiah 33:6 now.
Oh yeah. Yep. And we're gonna be saved through wisdom, man. And that's what's gonna ultimately bring you to the kingdom. It's Isaiah 33:6. "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure." Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So, so wisdom and knowledge, that's going to be stability. Look up what's the root word for stability is stable, right? That's what's going to keep you stable, right? We're looking on this video to where the masses, man, they're in mass hysteria right now. They are totally not stable in their finances, in their mental, right, in their spiritual journey, right. Everything about them is like unstable waters, man, right? Because they don't have that wisdom and knowledge. And the only true wisdom and knowledge comes from this holy book, man, and comes from the Father of gifts from above, who gives you those spiritual gifts. Because wisdom and knowledge, man, that's a gift, and it's not given unto everybody. You know, he may give you some wisdom of the world, but that's non-comparable to the wisdom of the Most High, because the wisdom of the Most High was actually going to give you a crown of life, you know, and it's also he's going to give you peace.
That's right. I have a few precepts. Just because wisdom definitely is going to save us. And guess what? If you have wisdom, you're going to be a friend of the Most High and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, matter of fact, damn, what up? It's not the precept about one. Yeah, you go ahead and bring out what you had while I try to find this precept.
Okay, Khan. Yeah, well, I was on the topic of how that wisdom is going to give us stability and peace. All right, and this is Yahweh Shah in John chapter 14:27. He says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you." And what was Yahweh Shah's peace? The peace of knowing that he's done the will of the Father and finished it, right? And he's that greater Solomon. So he's got that wisdom, right? That's that peace that he's given unto his disciples. He says, "Not as the world giveth." Yeah, so the world, they have their own separate kind of peace, right? But Yahweh's people, we have our own different type of peace, right? What gives a man in the world peace may be sparking up a spliff, you know, having sex with with another man's wife or whatnot, you know, or drinking himself till he passes out. Yeah, that's what gives him peace and comfort, right? But that's not what gives us peace. Our peace is knowing that we abide under the wings of the Heavenly Father, man. Right? So he says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world gives." give I unto you, let not your heart be a trouble, neither let it be afraid. Yeah, man. Because when you have the wisdom of the Most High, you know, the Most High, he's going to come sup with you. So your heart's not going to be troubled, man.
That's right. All right, so boom, I got these precepts lined up now. So if you have that wisdom, right, you are a friend of the Heavenly Father, right? Hold on. All right, boom. So now this is Sirach, book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 14, right? It says, a faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that hath found such and one hath found a treasure, right? So now it's talking about a faithful friend is a strong defense, right? A strong defense and what? In a time of trouble. So now, how do you become a friend of the Heavenly Father? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, and verse 27. It says, and being but one, she can do all things. Who's the she? The she's talking about wisdom. And remaining in herself, she maketh all things new, and in all ages entering into holy souls. She maketh them friends of the Most High and prophets. So you have this wisdom, you're a friend of the Most High. Guess what? The Most High is going to be your defense in the time of trouble.
Yep.
So that's why you got to be engulfed in this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, man. So because in the time of trouble, you can have the Most High as a friend, a faithful friend, as a defense.
And to testify that, my bad.
And this is how you read the Bible, man. Yep. Precept upon precept. Man, go ahead, bro.
And to testify that, you know, someone that we know, who was actually our forefather, who was named a friend of the Most High. And the Most High took care of this man wherever he went. He called a man out out of his homeland, away from his family that partook into idolatry. His father was a pagan idol maker, right? And this was our forefather Abraham, and he was named a friend of God. This is Isaiah 41:8. He says, but thou, Israel, art my servant, Jacob, whom I have chosen, the seed of Abraham, my friend. He called our forefather Abraham his friend, man. That's the type of legacy that our forefather has left us. He left us that legacy to be known as the friends of God, right? Because the world, most of the inhabitants of the world, they're not friends of God. God doesn't love them, and they don't love him, you know. But it is a beautiful thing to know that when and what did Abraham do in order to become the friend of God? Well, let me get that. It's Genesis 26:5. Genesis 26:5. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. Yeah, when you keep his commandments, statutes, and his laws, you're by default obtaining wisdom, because that's how you get the wisdom to become his friend, right? So that's all going back down to what the brother was talking about, right? When you get that wisdom, you become a friend of the Most High, right? Just like Abraham did.
That's right. So now let's go ahead and go back to that video here. Play the rest. Hey man, how the hell do I even remove this?
Which one?
You know when you sharing, it says you are sharing screen, stop share.
Yeah.
I think, man, that thing is in the way.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna go away. But you can't see it on this screen though.
You can't? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just on your screen.
Yeah, man, I'll show because it's in the way. Hold on. Let me just stop sharing real quick. All right, boom. And we're already 44 minutes in to the lesson.
And we ain't much played the video.
Yeah, nope.
Hey man, can't question spirit.
All right, boom.
Often don't have enough to eat. That is a stage of food insecurity where people are not just, it's beyond food insecurity in a way. It's it's beyond not having certainty about where your food's going to come from. It's actually changing in meal patterns. It's actually having to make tough decisions about whether or not you're going to buy food, or you're going to buy medicine, or you're going to pay your rent.
Or are you going to eat your children? Eat your
Right.
Forgot about that one.
Rent, or you pay some of your medical bills, prescription medicines, all that stuff. So it's and it happened incredibly quickly. I mean, we saw equally the spike in unemployment as well during the early months of COVID. But we're concerned that things could get worse. As we know, we're in the midst of a second wave of COVID. There's people worried about unemployment insurance expiring, eviction.
Yeah, man. So I had made a video a while back, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, about this particular topic about famine, right? And with us knowing that God is a man of war, right? What's one of the common and top war strategies before you besiege a city or a particular land? It's cut off their food supply. And this is the Most High. This is what the Most High has done. He is the expert at war. And he has cut off the sickle of Babylon, as he said in Jeremiah 50:16. He said he cut off the sower in Babylon. What does a sower do? They sow seed so you can have that food. But he cut that person off, meaning he cut off the resources. He cut off the food supply of Babylon. Why? Because he's waging war against the inhabitants of this world. Right? He has a controversy with the evildoers. Let me get that. Jeremiah 25:31. He says, a noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for Yahweh has a controversy with the nations. Yeah, so if you know that he has a controversy with the nations, he's about to wage a war. What do you think that the first thing he's about to do? He's going to cut off your food supply. Why do you think this is one of the first things that these nations are talking about? Oh, we have lack of food. Well, damn, you're just feeling the effects of the expert man of war. You're feeling one of his first game plans, man. Right? He says, for the Yahweh has a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword. Yeah, and that main sword that he's given to y'all is a sword of famine. All right. But yeah, that's all I wanted to bring up.
God, that was cold, man. And that's exactly what the Lord is doing. The Lord is declaring war against America, man. Specifically against the nation of our people, man. Our people.
Yep.
Why? Because we have forsaken. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get this in the book of Jeremiah. In Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter, verse 19. But the best thing about this is all this is going to lead into salvation, right? And eventually salvation for all Israel, right? Well, what's that saying goes? The storm gets bad before it get better, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So yeah, man, 2/3, whoever they are, they're gonna get cut off. But hey, man, the beautiful thing is, hey, you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back, man. You're gonna come back. It's that the Lord right now, he gotta increase the spanking. Because you're being back. So Jeremiah 2 and verse 19, it says, thine own wickedness shall correct thee. See, your own wickedness shall correct you. It says, and thy backsliding shall reprove thee, just like with us, right? Us that came into the truth. The Most High just been sore correcting, and he's still correcting. He's still purging out the impurities that we have partaken in when we were engulfed in this world. So that even apply to us, man. Our own wickedness is correcting us because the Most High does what? Chastise us every day. It says, know therefore and see that it is an evil thing and bitter that thou hast forsaken the Lord thy power, and that my fear is not in thee, said the Lord God of hosts. See, it is an evil and bitter thing. You're going to find out that it was an evil and bitter thing what you have done. And what was that? Forsaking the fountain of living waters.
Yep. Yep.
So now the Most High is just going to rain out all terror on our people.
Yep. I got precept for that real quick. Yeah, this is Isaiah 63:10. He says, but they rebelled and vexed his Holy Spirit. Therefore, therefore he was turned to be their enemy, and he fought against them. You see? God. So yeah. So the same way he's fighting and he's waging war against the heathens of these people of the world. Hey man, because we vex his Holy Spirit, now he has to do the same thing to us because he's no respecter of persons. Yeah, we know that he has respect of Israel, but when it comes to judgment, listen, everybody's gonna feel that wrath, man. Everybody. Just because you're his chosen, just because Abraham is your father, don't think you can't get that ass whooping, man.
Right. Damn right. Yeah, that was a cold one. That was a cold one.
Oh, praise it.
Not more?
Nah, that's it.
Okay, God.
On moratoriums or moratoriums on evictions expiring. And
oh yeah, man, evictions going through the roof. They talking about 5.8 million people who's about to be evicted out of their homes.
I got precept.
What you got? What you getting? All right.
Nah, second Ezra. Second Ezra 16, and I'm actually you go ahead. I'm just gonna get in different translation for the meanwhile.
Unemployment increases as well. So, you know, I think you were reporting earlier there was some action on this, some late breaking news on this, and we hope to see some food assistance in that can help struggling families.
To what extent have we seen that?
Yeah, so this second Ezra 16 and 40. I mean 16. Yeah, I'll start at verse 40 in the GNT. Says, listen to my message, my people, and get ready for the battle. When the disasters come, you must live as people whose home is not in this world, right? So we're looking at, you know, how these people are getting evicted, right? But we should already be in that mindset that our home is not even in this world, right? In Hebrews 11, it talks about how all those great patriarchs, Abraham, Noah, and so on and so on, how they were pilgrims passing through. You see, so when these evictions, that wave of evictions come and hits us, I already know it's about to hit me soon. You know, you already got to have it in your mind. You already got to have this message in your mind, like he told you. He says that we must know that our home is not even in this world. So when these evictions come, boom. All right. Well, I was expecting that, and that's the comfort of prophecy. Prophecy, it warns you, it comforts you, man. You know, it gives you it forewarns you ahead of time, so when it does happen, it doesn't sweep you off your feet and it doesn't shake your faith. You know, if anything, it solidifies your faith.
Right. Don't be that seed that was fell on stony ground. For when tribulation comes up, you're through, and it cares of this world. Because man, this world really sucks, man. Like
for real, bro.
Truly sit and meditate on this. Bro, this world honestly sucks.
Yep.
Let me keep playing.
That insecurity increase as a result of some of these programs being ended. I mean, you've already talked about the initial stimulus checks as well as the enhanced unemployment benefits. A number of social, these nonprofit groups that I've spoken to have said, look, it's surprising how much that additional help really did help support the system overall. But the fear is that the end of the year, everything will essentially come to a breaking point because these programs expire. When you look at the actual number of
the end of the year, and guess what? We're at the end of the year.
Yep.
We're in December already, man. We're in December.
Hey, what was this video?
When was it?
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I think I liked it yesterday. So December 1st.
Okay.
Yeah, yep. December 1st. We're at the ending of the year, man. So we'll see. All right, you know, for time's sake, I'm gonna move on to the next video. You know, if you guys want to watch the video, all you gotta do is go on Yahoo Mail and yeah. Now check out my man Dabu 777.
We can drag one of these chord progressions.
This is my man right here. Right, he brings it out.
This is Dabu7 taking a look here at what's happening in this country with jobs. People are losing jobs left and right, and it looks like all of this is falling apart right before our very eyes on a daily basis with no end in sight. As soon as people think that the
Hey, you
lockdowns
can hear the perplexity in that man's voice. Hey, that cracker sound finished, bro. That dude sound finished, man.
Hey, man, Brock that Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man.
Brock that Yahweh.
No restrictions are being leveled up in certain areas like California, where they clamp down really hard, then they come out threatening to come with even harder responses. What this has done is decimated the economies in these areas. Now, don't be fooled by looking at a rigged stock market. If you want to be a lemming that sits there and says, oh, the economy is great because they're pumping up the rigged stock market with inflated monopoly money, that's crazy because jobs have been decimated. People are living in la-la land, looking over here while everything's getting wiped out over here. People need to unplug from that TV because really, it's doing some bad damage to them. In this instance, though, with so many people losing their jobs, more people are cluttered around the TV at home, listening to the mainstream, and really they've got to break themselves of that. That is nothing but pure propaganda, filling their minds with what the establishment wants you to think. It's just that simple. And this same establishment is pushing all of this, all the chaos, all the confusion. We just witnessed the world's billionaires, richest men, make $1 trillion while we're losing everything. How is that? You already know how that is. Well, jobs continuing to fall out. Now, can someone explain to me why employers all over the United States are fearing that Joe Biden's administration will impose lockdowns just like Europe's and then start a new decline in the economy? How is that possible? How can employers all over the United States feel this way if they just voted him in office in record numbers? Hey. Something's not right here. And
was that him or a woman that came on?
I don't know what the hell was that, bro. It bugged me out too.
Hey, bro. Hey, going back to them foreclosing on people's homes. Hey, this is Job 20 in the NLT, verse 19. He say, for they oppressed the poor and left them destitute. They foreclosed on their homes.
Damn.
And this whole chapter is talking about how the wicked is about to vomit up everything that they swallowed down. How God is making. As a matter of fact, can I read a little bit?
Hey, man.
God. All right, so this Job 20. I'm gonna start at verse 4 in the NLT. He says, don't you realize that from the beginning of time, ever since people were placed on the earth, the triumph of the wicked has been short-lived, and the joy of the godless has been only temporary? Yeah, because the Most High, he's not about to suffer sinners forever, right? And he only does it for a short amount of time. And the only reason why he's allowed America to go on as long as she has is to continue to purge the elect and to get his word out. All right, he says this in verse 6, though the pride of the godless reaches to the heavens and their heads touch the clouds, yet they will vanish forever. Yeah, because in the book of Obadiah, he talks about how the nation of Edom, they're going to be wiped out forever, man. He says, thrown away like their own dung, right? Those who knew them will ask, where are they? They will fade like a dream and not be found. And that's exactly what America's going to be like, man. These other nations, like Revelation 18 talks about, they're going to stand afar off, looking and wailing for her. Right? He says, they will fade like a dream and not be found. They will vanish like a vision in the night. Those who once saw them will see them no more. Their families will never see them again. Their children will beg from the poor, for they must give back their stolen riches. You see that? And this is the time where the Most High God, he's making America give back their stolen riches. And of course, they're not going to have that goodwill up on their heart. Like, here, let me give you, you Negroes, as a matter of fact, let me just give you the whole country back, and we'll just be your servants. That's the only way that you can truly, give reciprocity. And of course, we got to kill y'all, you know. Right? He says, though they are young, their bones will lie in the dust. They enjoyed the sweet taste of wickedness, letting it melt under their tongue. They savored it, holding it along in their mouths, but suddenly the food in their bellies turned sour, and poisonous venom in their stomach. They will vomit the wealth they swallowed. God won't let them keep it down. Yeah, so all this, the stock market crashing and famines and all this stuff, man, this is just none other than the Most High God making America vomit out all the riches and delicacies that she swallowed down off the exploitation of the Israelites, the Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans. The Most High God is making them vomit it up.
That's right.
And
Vomit it up.
It's sweet to us. It's bitter to y'all, man. And it's also very bitter to you daggum coons, man, who love this place. But hey, you can't. Hey, the Most High God, He's going to follow through on His word, right? Because in the book of Proverbs chapter 8, verse 4, He says, "For where the word of a king is, there's power." Right. So we reading all through these words, all through this Bible, we're reading power, right? And everything that He has said is gonna come to pass. And no man, let me get that in the book of Job, because He gonna do what He want to do regardless, man, whether you like it or not. Yeah, this is Job. Was it 23? Yeah, Job chapter 23, verse 13. But he is in one mind, and who can turn him? Right? And what his soul desireth, he that even doeth. You see that? So whatever the Most High God desires to do, He's gonna do it, whether you like it or not, right. Esau, or you coons. He's gonna do it, man, because He already got. And first and foremost, He said that in the book of Isaiah somewhere, He said that He holds His word higher than His name. All right. So, hey, consider this thing sealed, man. This everything that we watching, bro. This thing is finished. We're just literally watching the downfall of it, man. Hey, it's beautiful, and it should strengthen your faith, man, in this Bible.
Exactly. It's joyous. It's joyous to us, right? Let me bring this out. Sirach, one of my favorite scriptures, chapter 25, verse 7, right? It says, "There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my voice and with my tongue. A man that had joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy." So we're literally living to see the fall of our enemy. And who is our enemy? America, right? The so-called white men, Edomites. We're literally living to see the downfall of His kingdom, man. Right? Which the Most High, He sets up kingdoms and He tears them down. Because why? He does whatsoever He pleaseth, man. This is Job. Hey, man, the book of Job has been getting some play today.
Yes. Yeah.
Job, the 12th chapter and verse 23 says, "He increaseth the nations and destroyeth them. He enlargeth the nations and straighteneth them against." You see that? He increaseth nations and He destroys them. So the Most High does whatever the hell He wants to do.
Yep. And can He not do it? Is He not entitled to? Did He not make it? Hey, man. People say, "Oh, I just don't see God just making people or making a world, and He gonna, destroy it." Hey, man. Hey, it's His.
Exactly.
It's His, bro. And bro, that takes a lot of pride. What do you say, y'all?
I said, it doesn't matter what you people think.
Yep. And that really takes a lot of pride for a person to fix their mouth to say something like that. You know?
Right.
Oh, dang. My bad. Yeah, I had to charge up my laptop. But yeah, it takes a lot of pride, bro, for somebody to tell the all-powerful God, you know what I'm saying, who He cannot love.
Yeah, matter of fact, I have a precept on that.
Come.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, the 12th chapter and verse 12. It says, "For who shall say, what hast thou done? Or who shall withstand thy judgment? Or who shall accuse thee for the nations that perish whom thou hast made?
Hey, that's it. That's it.
All right. It says, or who shall come to stand against thee to be revenged for the unrighteous men? Yeah, nobody. Who can say, hey, Mossad, what are you doing? What are you doing right here? You can't do that. Mossad will knock you off, man. So yeah, man, let me go ahead and finish this.
God.
At all. So I do believe that we are about to see a severe form of lockdowns hit this country. It's all going to come down to what state you're in. You really have got to start rallying behind your sheriffs, behind your righteous people, and hope and pray that you've got a righteous governor or mayor in your town. If you do, you better stand behind them until the end, just like Europe's, and then start a new decline in the economy. Nah,
bro, you're through.
You see, that's Esau's fortitude. Is his police force and military. That's who they abide in. You know, that's their defense.
Right.
But our defense is the name of the Most High, according to Proverbs 18:10.
All right, so let me all right, boom. So now I want to play this video. It says UK approves fist for a BioNTech coronavirus vaccine to begin rolling out next week, man. So they want to roll out these vaccines next week. This is what is for the UK anyway, right? Which is just going to trickle all down. Let me go ahead and play this.
This holiday, get the 5G America's been waiting for.
Verizon 5G is next level.
Unlimited plans start at just $35. With entertainment the whole family will love.
I don't want to hear that crap, man. Man, that's a new Android? Android is on a come up, huh?
News, Becky, and let's get right to it. The UK authorizing the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID vaccine for emergency use. It will first go to medical workers and elderly people in nursing homes with vaccination set to start. It's going to happen as early as next week. And CNBC's Juliana Taliban joins us from London with more. Good morning.
Andrew, good morning. Well, it certainly feels like a big day here in the United Kingdom, with the UK becoming the first country in the world to authorize this BioNTech Pfizer vaccine. 40 million doses are due to arrive in the UK between this year and next.
Yeah. So at my job yesterday, one of my chiefs has said that we're actually in the tier 1 division to be the first to actually get vaccine. And if we don't, they're not going to necessarily fire us, but we're not going to be able to recertify in our certification. So by default, we're going to fucking lose our jobs if we don't take the vaccine. So,
damn. See that? So you could possibly lose your job over this, man. But they're gonna be like, hold on, they'll look at you strange. Like, hold on, you're not for the betterment of our country. They're gonna be looking at people strange, and you know, this is gonna hit people that works in nursing homes, like you just said, right? Which, bro, a lot of women works in nursing homes. A lot of women are nurses. A lot of women are doctors. A lot of women are CNAs. So a lot of you are going to have the decision: are you going to take it or not?
Hey, Most High making that division line in the sand. You know what I'm saying? Which side you gonna stand? It ain't no more 3 or 4 different pathways you can take. Nah, it's either you stand for me, you stand for Babylon, bro.
Right.
That's the first of the 10 commandments. I shall have no other gods before me. We're about to see who's really your God, man.
That's right. Change the darkness, man. Man. Well, yeah, let's continue.
Next year, and they're going to arrive in stages. The vaccinations are set to begin next week, and there are going to be 3 different modes of delivery first off the hospitals, then the vaccination centers, which are currently being set up, and then eventually community rollout, which means pharmacies and general practitioners will be able to give you these vaccines. And today we also learned around the order prioritization of the vaccines. During the first phase, the vaccines will go first to people who are most at risk of dying from COVID-19, as well as health and social care workers. And what was explained to us this morning,
which they say are so-called Blacks and Hispanics, Native Americans, which are over there in the UK, right? Who's over there in the UK? You have a lot of Benjamites over there in the UK. You got a bunch of Levites over there in the UK as well, so that's going to affect them. You have a bunch of our people over there, right? Little quiet as it's kept. A bunch of the nation of Israel are in Europe. Why? Because we were ruling Europe. Yep. Oh, we have a bunch of Hispanics, a lot of Puerto Ricans, so-called Puerto Ricans, Taino Indians are over there in Europe,
and some Native Americans.
Oh yeah, you got Gad over there. You see, so yo, no matter people talking about we got to get out of America. Where are you gonna go?
I got precept on that.
Yeah, I got precept too.
Salaki.
Hotline bling.
Shit. So yeah, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 42.
Yep. See, you already grabbed it. I was flipping there too. Yep. You just found it. You just found it before me. Yep. Go ahead, bro.
42 and 15. He says, well, I'm starting 15. And now,
yep. So it's 15. Yep.
And now, therefore, hear the word of Yahweh, ye remnant of Judah. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the God of Israel, if you wholly set your faces to enter into Egypt and to go sojourn there, then it shall come to pass that the sword which you feared, because they're fearing the sword, you know what I'm saying, that they see this impending doom about to come on this land, so they're going to set their faces to go to a different land. He says, then it shall come to pass that the sword which you feared shall overtake you there in the land of Egypt, and the famine whereof you were afraid shall follow close after you there in Egypt, and there you shall die. Hey, the Most High is cold, man. It's like no matter where you go. Yep. Bro, this is the ultimate. This is the ultimate definition of a terrorist, man. Like he would terrorize you, bro. No, and I got another precept on that. Yeah, this is the book of what was that? Amos 9, or was it Salat? He that flees shall not. Yep, that's it. Amos 9 and 1. I saw the Lord standing up upon the altar, and he says, smite the lintel of the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to the heaven, thence will I bring them down. Hey, bro, no matter where you can go, he says, whether you dig into hell, he's going to reach down to the uttermost parts of the world and pull you up, and you're going to feel that wrath. Or if you all the way up in the top of the mountains, he's going to come pull you down. And that's for you at least too, who's building the underground bunkers, who's telling the rocks and the caves to follow you. Listen, he's going to pull you up from there. And guess what? We're going to bind you up with chains, man, and fetters. So you're going to feel that wrath. So there's no even need to run, right? Because it says that his eyes are upon a sinful kingdom. His eyes are 10 times 1,000 brighter than the sun. There's nowhere you can go to escape from this wrath. So just, hey, man, if you understand that you're numbered to be a part of the wicked, hey, you might as well just sit and wait. Hey, bro, you remember when your mom or your dad, before they whooped you, they made you sit in that corner and just meditate before they came and whooped your ass? That's what the Most High doing right now, and that's bro. You get that whooping in your head first. Mm-hmm. Hey, you just sitting there thinking like, it's gonna be horrible. Hey, that's what the Most High doing to y'all, bro.
No cap, bro. I got some.
God,
it's Amos 5:19. As if a man did flee from a lion, and the bear met him. So here you are, you running from the lion.
Yeah.
Woo! Damn, I see the lion, and the bear met your ass. Right? It says, or went into the house. Yeah, here you go. Like, damn, I escaped the bear now. I'm in the crib. I'm chilling. Right? It says, and leaned on the wall, and the serpent bit him. So you ain't safe nowhere.
Hey, hey, who sang that rap song? He said, "It ain't safe. It ain't safe."
I'm not sure.
Damn. Yeah, bro. It ain't safe out here, man. This is wartime, bro.
Yeah, man. The only way you're gonna be safe is if the Most High is on your side, man. If you're a friend of the Most High, you gotta have that wisdom, like we pulled in Wisdom of Solomon 7 and Sirach the 6th chapter, Sirach 6 and 14, Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 27. You gotta get engulfed with this knowledge, wisdom, understanding, man. You don't want to be found naked, right? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that Revelation 16.
Yep.
Go ahead and get that. Because as you can see, man, we're really at the time of the end right now. Revelation, the 16th chapter. And like if we're let's just say, people say, no, man, we're not at the time of the end. Bro, we have never had, America or really the world had never experienced such calamities and atrocities such as this, man. Right? Why is it that they gotta roll out the National Guard to do the bidding of handing out the vaccines and different things like that? Why is that? Why is it so many people being unemployed? Oh yeah, which matter of fact, we have to get that article, bro. We have to get that article. That article is going to solidify it. It's going to bring it all home. Remember the article I sent you earlier?
Yep.
Like, why is all of these things happening if we're not at the time of the end? So this is Revelation, right? Revelation. A lot of brothers say Revelations, but it's Revelation.
That's how you knew you grew up in the Baptist church. You say Revelations.
brothers be saying Revelations.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Revelation, man. There's no S at the end. But Revelation chapter 16. Slaki. In verse 15, it says, "Behold, I come as a thief." And who is that? Yahushua. Yahushua is coming as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth, and that's what we're doing right now. What do you think all these videos, these news clips are lined up for? Because we're watching, man. Right? And the Bible says, what blessed is he that watches? So you're what? So you're blessed. We're blessed right now, bro.
Yep.
We're blessed. Right? And we're going to continue to be blessed. Yahweh Ratazah, we keep watching, man. Because last night, I had these videos lined up, bro. I was liking it, just so I can go to my liked videos so I can pull them right up. I said, yep, I got these videos lined up. And when I woke up this morning, what was in my mind? Yep. These videos. All right, I got to do this video. Yep. Right? It says, blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame. Now, what is that talking about? Is that talking about wearing? Is that talking about having fringes on your shoes, fringes on your shirt, fringes on your damn socks? No, man. It's talking about righteousness, man. It's talking about this doctrine, right? Perfectness.
And further prove that, what about Adam? Adam was naked.
Exactly. He was shamed. Why? Because he sinned.
Yep.
See that? Let me go ahead and get this in Baruch.
Hey, let me get my phone charged real quick. I'll be right back up.
All right, come on.
This is out the coffee shop.
What up? It's the book of Baruch, the 5th chapter, verse 1. This is, put off, O Jerusalem, the garment of thy mourning and affliction, and put on the comeliness of the glory that cometh from the Most High forever. So you see that garments can be metaphorical or spiritual, not talking about literal garments, not talking about the garment that I have on right now, right? It says, because all those things are going to perish, man. Verse 2, cast about thee a double garment. Now is that talking about wearing two fringe shirts or a garment, a long garment with some fringes? No, it's not talking about that. Everything is not talking about fringes in the Bible. It says, cast about thee a double garment of the righteousness which cometh from the Heavenly Father, and set a diadem on thine head of the glory of the everlasting. So that's what it's talking about. Righteousness, man. Perfectness. Right? Not talking about two friend shirts. So yeah, man, we gotta keep watching, man. Period. So let me continue this. Man, what we in, man? Like, how much time we in?
I don't know how to check it.
Damn, hour. We're an hour and 20 minutes in.
Dang, go. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. Better to do.
Yeah, ain't nothing to do.
What you gonna do? You gonna what? Talk to your woman that's gonna vex you?
like, man, I got some damn errands to run, but the damn errands can't wait.
Oh,
you know, because look, I could, all right, brother, let's hurry up and stop the video, and then the Most High make me crash or something.
Yeah.
See,
quenching the spirit.
Yeah.
In a press conference from the British medicines regulator was that the calculations were based on estimated risk of dying from COVID-19, and the biggest single risk factor there is
the thing is with these people, why aren't they like in a bitter spirit about this? Like you can see
age. So the
like she's trying so hard not to crack a smile.
Because they know, bro.
Will receive this
right
vaccination or be offered the vaccination are residents in care homes and their carers, then all of those who are 80 years of age or older, as well as frontline health and social workers. Then it goes down in about 5-year increments. And then number 6 on the priority list are all those people between the ages of 16 and 64 with underlying health conditions, which put them at higher risk of serious disease and mortality. So we learned all of that this morning, as well as we got some comments from the British health regulator saying that the vaccine is safe for widespread use. The safety of this vaccine is similar to other vaccines, and most side effects are usually mild. So trying to offer some assurances to the British public on this historic day. Andrew?
As you look at that timeline, what does that look like in terms of going from the nursing homes down to, you said there was number 6 on the list.
Hey, can I add something real quick?
What are they telling the public, and how?
Yeah, so me and brother Yawasop from the camp out here in Dallas, we was chopping it up about sorceries, about Babylon sorceries. And if you look at it, it's Revelation 18:23. Oh man, I put that in wrong. Revelation 18:23. And he had brought this out, right? It says, and the light of the candle shall no more shine at all in thee, right? And I was going to go into that later, but, and the voice of the bridegroom and the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee, for thy merchants were the great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. Now let's go into the word sorceries, right? It says this, sorceries. Pharmakia, which is where you get pharmacy from. Look at the first one. It says the use of or administering of drugs. So the administering of drugs is how all nations have been deceived, right? And we understand by, is mainly going to like the doctrines. But what is America pushing right now? The vaccine, sorcery. So yeah, man, we are here. These prophecies off this Bible, it is falling off. It is falling off. It's falling off the bone right now, man. You can't even keep up. You can't even keep up, man. Like each and every day is something new, or it's just more in depth about, what I'm saying, something along this COVID it's just a next step, to them trying to implement their new world order, right? But the Most High God, he gonna stop it before it gets that far.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it tells you that, and Job, it says when he gets to filleth. Matter of fact, man.
Yeah, Job 20.
Yeah, man. Let me go ahead and just get that. Just be roughly paraphrasing that. And whole Job, the 5th chapter, I believe, verse 22 or 21. Yeah, because bro said Most High ain't gonna let him get that far, and that's a fact. It's Job 20 and the verse let's see, yeah, Job 5, no, Salakia, Job 20, I'm gonna start verse 22. And the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. What a straits means? Difficulty. And that's what this man is in right now. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right. So when he's trying to bring his enterprise, his new world order, Most High is gonna party poop it, man. You're gonna be your rat.
You're gonna do what he do best. You're gonna crash the party.
Some party. It says while he's eating, yeah, man, while he's good, right, in a relaxed state, Most High is gonna bring down terrors, right? Oh, Salakia, not Job 5 and 20, Job 5 and verse. Oh, you got it? Right, boom.
This book of Job, chapter 5 and 12, he says, he disappointeth the devices of the crafty.
Right, exactly. And when you go into the word for device, it means plans or plot, their thoughts, right? Go ahead.
So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
So their hands may not perform their enterprise, right? What they want to do. Now, what is that? Implement the grain of rice.
Yo.
We should know what the grain of rice is. Man, Esau's the devil.
Yeah, bro. If y'all can't see that by now, man, hey, spirit just ain't on you. Shit.
Right. So now, let me finish this off.
Like, it ain't no more convincing.
Contact.
You said what?
I said, it ain't no more convincing that need to be done. The white man, so-called devil.
Yeah, for real, honestly.
Over time, because I think a lot of people are looking at what's happening in your country as a trial run, very selfishly, for what may very well happen here in the United States.
Well, what's unique about the United Kingdom is that this is all being done in a very centralized way through the NHS, which is our national health system. So the NHS will reach out and offer the vaccine to those people as they appear on the list, and they'll do this in a centralized.
Right. So they said the older people first, and it's going to trickle on down. Right. Social workers, healthcare workers. Right.
Manner. When it comes to moving down that list, we are expecting 40 million doses of the vaccine between now and the end of next year. So that's just 20 million people, because this is a 2-dose regime. So it will take some time. It will likely be the middle of 2021 before we see the masses the masses vaccinated. So it's really going to be the elderly who are prioritized and are going to get this vaccine near term.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks.
Well, you done heard it. All right. That's over there in Britain, UK. So we'll see. We'll see what goes on. We'll see what goes on over here in this place called America. Yeah, because you already know it's going to trickle on down.
Yeah.
Like, that's a fact, that's a given. So let's go in. So let's go into this article that we got. You can go ahead and read it. It says, the title of the article is, which I typed in right before we did this video. I had typed in what causes an empire to fall, and I clicked on this article, right? Some clues as to why nations fall, and all these clues, which they all got it from some bits and parts by analyzing history, right? Analyzing, like you said, the Romans, the Greeks, Assyrians, Babylonians, so on and so forth. They looked at history, right? They analyzed history and said, well, here, this is why this empire fall, this is why this empire fall. So now all we got to do is look at how the way America is going, and we can clearly see America is falling to the same categories of these ancient empires, right? Which history does repeat itself. And specifically, says the Romans, Greeks, Assyrians, Babylonians. You got Egypt as well, which America spiritually are all those places. So they're just following the steps, the spirit, right? So you can go ahead and start where it says many superpowers.
So many superpowers have risen and fallen over time. Man, I got a precept on that. Oh, it's a Roman.
Go. From the get-go.
Yep. You want me to read it or you want me to keep going?
Yeah, come on, bro. Go ahead.
All right, yeah. So he says, many superpowers have risen and fallen over time. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2 and 21. It says, and he changeth the seasons. He changeth the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. Yeah, that's why superpowers have risen and fallen over time. Because this is the Most High God. He rules in the kingdom of men, as he tells you in Daniel chapter 4. Right? This is how he rules. Right? And the earth is nothing but what would you call it? A stage where this theatrics is taking place. All right. This earth is nothing but a stage, man, to where these actors are acting out their roles. He puts over a king, and then he lets them rule for a little bit, and he wipes them out by war. Right? He sets them up another one. Right?
Right, and he does that all the time.
All the time. Right? He says many superpowers have risen and fallen over time. Romans, Greeks, Assyrians, Babylonians, and many more.
It's just so funny. Just so funny how it lists their Romans and Greeks first.
Yep.
Right, and all these different empires is all comprised in America. America is spiritually all these things, right? We read Revelation 11:8, Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified, so on and so forth. So now go ahead and skip down. Start at 1, decline in morals and values.
Okay. 1, decline of morals and values. Those morals and values that kept together the Roman legions, and thus the empire could not be maintained toward the ends of the empire. Right? And might I add, what the Romans had set up in order to keep harmony with inside of their empire was this thing called the Pax Romana. Let me pull that up real quick. Let's see. Pax Romana, Latin for Roman peace, is a roughly 200-year-long period in Roman history, which is identified with increased and sustained inner hegemonial peace and stability, though not meaning without wars, expansion, and revolts. Right. So, and that's why especially Constantine, he did what he did. That major move he did, which where he merged all these religions together. Why? In the name of Pax Romana, to keep that Roman peace, because he understood if there's divisions in people's religions and walks of spirituality, that ultimately that was going to bring down his empire. So he says, all right, fuck it, we're just going to make all this assimilate. And that's why we get that's why we name Babylon America, because America has done the same thing. It's a melting pot. All right, melting pot for nationalities, religions, sexes, gender, everything.
Right.
All in the name of Pax Romana.
Beautiful point. Beautiful point.
I says these morals and values that kept together the Roman legions, and thus the empire could not be maintained towards the end of the empire. The dramatic increase of divorce undermined the institution of the family.
Yeah, bring out what you was telling me earlier.
Yeah, so during the first wave of the COVID lockdown, it was on record that over 700,000 divorces within America they came into play. 700,000 divorces, man, during that time of the first lockdown.
Hold on. Damn, bro. Yo, in 2020, right, it says the national divorce rate is 7.7 per 1,000 women. The average age for couples going through their first divorce is 30 years old. Couples are more or less likely to get divorced based on several factors. Couples married between the ages of 20 to 25, which that's what we see right now. A lot of young people, these ages are getting married, man. You see it all over Instagram, all over Facebook, right? Are 60% likely to get a divorce.
And what the book of Micah tell you, he says that the man's enemies should be those of his own household, man.
You see, yeah. And matter of fact, here's the article right here that you were talking about. Divorce rates have spiked in the U.S. during the coronavirus pandemic, as couples have been stuck at home for months. Damn.
So now they see their partner true colors, because now you forced around to be around that motherfucker. You know, because usually they go on to work, you know what I'm saying? And when they come back home from work, you only see them for a couple of hours. You know, you be tired. Y'all drink a little yan or whatever, eat some bread, and y'all do what you do, and y'all go to sleep. But now you forced to be around that man or that woman all day.
Yo, and this is how you know that Christianity are hypocrites. Because watch this, bro. It says states among the Bible Belt, Dallas, right? Different states like that. Not Dallas, but Texas, right? And it also has Arkansas, which Arkansas was that like a 3-hour drive away from Dallas, right? Alabama. It says states among the Bible Belt recorded the highest number of divorce rate during the COVID-19 pandemic. The highest. These Bible Belts, these so-called alleged God-fearing country, states. These God-fearing people, right?
Damn.
Yep. So go ahead. Go ahead and keep going, bro.
All right. Yeah, it says these morals and values that kept together the Roman legions, and thus the empire could not be maintained. Toward the end of the empire, the dramatic increase of divorce undermined the institution of the family. Crimes and violence made the streets of the largest cities unsafe.
Boom. Crimes of violence made the streets of the largest cities unsafe. Listen, man, I live in the city of Philadelphia, which Philadelphia is one of the biggest cities in the whole entire U.S. Man, is a major city, and the crimes of violence that is going on right now in this city, unbelievable. Like, just while we was doing this video, it was just a notification came to my phone about South Philly, a few people getting shot up. Everybody's getting lit up nowadays. Everybody's getting shot up, man.
I got precept.
Right. Also, yesterday, this little 17-year-old boy that I know, right? This man just got locked up for gun trafficking. A 17-year-old, 17 years old, and I know him personally, right? He just got sentenced. He's getting tried as an adult for gun trafficking. They said that he can serve up to decades in adult jail, man.
Wow.
17 years old. You got a lot of crimes that's going on here is happening. And also, I forgot where we're at, but this this mother, this 59-year-old mother, right? She just got killed by her own son, man. They said that in her apartment, it was a bag over her head, some USB cords tied around her neck, and blood on the wall by her son. Bro. Death is happening everywhere. It's death all in the air right now.
Judgment, man.
This how you know this empire, this Babylonian empire, this new one is gonna fall, man. What you got, brother?
Yeah, this is Matthew 24:12.
Yep, I knew he was gonna get that too.
God, he say, and because iniquity shall abound, all right, so that means because of sin and lawlessness is going to be increased more and more, the love of many shall wax cold. Yeah, so you look at that word wax, it literally means to grow greater and greater and greater. Yeah, so we're just, if we understand that we're just in the beginning of these things, expect to see more and more and more of these things intensify, or what even second Ezra 5:2 tell you that. Let me get that. Yep. Second Ezra 5:2. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago. You see? So the iniquity is going to continue to be increased, but all these things has to happen, right? In order for this evil root that was planted inside man and inside this world has got to be overturned. But at first it's got to grow into this plant that it talks about in Second Ezra, I want to say 7, before the Most High just threshes it down.
Yeah, keep going.
All right, it says even doing. Oh dang, bro, it's got Pax Romana right here.
Yeah.
Dang.
Sure.
Oh shit. It says even during Pax Romana there were 30. That's crazy. Even during Pax Romana there were 32,000 prostitutes in Rome.
Right. So 32,000 prostitutes in Rome. What is going on right now? All these women with what? OnlyFans account. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get some numbers on how many women does OnlyFans account.
Hey, these hoes getting hungry out here. These thirsty travelers.
Let me see. Let's try to get the number.
Because they say a hoe gotta eat too.
Wow. OnlyFans sees millions of women share nudes for money.
Damn.
Millions, bro.
Damn.
Millions. That is crazy. So says what? Even during Pax Romana, there were 32,000. Slack. Let me make this a little bigger.
That's why in Isaiah 4:1 it says that as women said, we'll bring our own bread. Just take away our shame.
32,000 prostitutes in Rome, and you got male prostitutes out here too, man. But yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yep. It says emperors like Nero and Caligula.
And listen, man, they both was wicked as all hell, which both of them was persecuting Israelites. But go ahead.
Emperors like Nero and Caligula became infamous for wasting money on lavish parties where guests ate and drank until they became ill.
Right, and we see that today, man. These damn celebrities or even Jake that have some form of money, they're wasting it on substance. But we going and on that, and let's read public health now.
Yeah, public health. There were many public health and environmental problems. Many of the wealthy had water brought to their homes through lead pipes. Previously, the aqueducts had even purified the water, but at the end, lead pipes were thought to be preferable. The wealthy death rate was very high. The continuous interaction of people at the Colosseum, the blood and death probable spread disease. Sound like corona and shit. Those who lived on the streets in continuous contact allow for, it's just basically a repeat, man. It's like a pestilence that hit them back then at their decline. Same thing now.
Yo, and then it says like there are many public health and environmental problems, which health is broad, right? So we can go many avenues with this, man, right? Which one, these people here in America, they're all fat. They're all fat in this place. These people, they have a huge health. Mostly everybody is overweight in this place, man. Like, this is the fattest nation ever.
Yep. I got
then like homelessness is at a sky high here. Right? It's just alcohol use increase as well, adding to the income incumbency of the general public, which alcohol use is sky high right now. It actually went up during the COVID-19.
All right, what he saying? What was that? Isaiah
24.
Yeah, was a cry for wine in the streets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we can get
I'm a
that.
doctor though. Yeah, but
Let me go ahead and get it.
huh.
And then get in Proverbs where it says, "Give strong drink to them that are ready to perish." I believe it's the 30th chapter, or it's probably the 31st chapter, or and then I can pull up an article on how drinking had went up, because I remember I did a video on it. Well, actually, I was at camp. I was like, and I was going into it. This is Isaiah 24. This is Isaiah the 24th chapter and verse. I'm gonna start verse 8. I'm gonna start verse 7. It says, "The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh." Everybody that was of a merry heart, now they're sighing. It says, why? Because of all the things that's happening in the earth, right? Have no job, having no money. Listen, ain't nothing more depressing than being broke, man. Verse 8, "The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoiceth ended, the joy of the harp ceaseth." Yeah, man, all these different instruments, people that was playing instruments, people that was just rejoicing, having a merry heart, is, man, that's all going to cease. Now everything is dead and quiet. Verse 9, "They shall not drink wine with the song," right? Because let me go ahead and get this, because usually when people drink wine, what are you doing with a song? What are you doing? You're in a merry state of mind. You're rejoicing. You're in a good happy mood, right? This is Sirach, the 31st chapter, right? And verse, I'm sorry, verse 27. Then I'm gonna jump to the 32nd chapter. It says, "Wine is as good as life to a man if you be drunk moderately." But people aren't even drinking wine moderately right now. People are drinking wine excessively right now. "What life is then to a man that is without wine? For it was made to make men glad." See, it was made to make men glad, but now people are drinking wine because they're in a bitter state. Their heart is bitter. It says, "Wine measurably drunk and in season bringeth gladness of the heart and cheerfulness of the mind." But people are not even in a cheerful mind right now. They're drinking just because they're depressed. Now I'm gonna jump to Sirach 32 and verse 5. It says, "A concert of music and a banquet of wine is the signet of carbuncle set in gold," right? "A signet of an emerald set in a work of gold, so is the melody of music with pleasant wine." So you see that just shows you how when people drink wine when they're listening to songs, when they're in the good mood. All them old movies, right? If there's a whole banquet of people, they dress in their tuxedos and they're sipping their wine. They got the opera or the music playing or some jazz. They listen to that music, drinking that wine. Now people are drinking to their death.
And they had Jake over there making us sing them comely songs of Zion while they sip their wine.
See that?
And now America, man. Hey, now she about to drink her wine of destruction.
Right. So let me finish. It says, "They should not drink wine with the song." Yeah, people are not drinking wine with the song no more. "Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink." See that? Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. Like, man, you guys know when people are drunk, they're drinking because of the depression of their heart, because of the sorrows of their heart. You see it. They be finished. They having a white tea. Their white tea is all drunk. Their white tea is all it's not on them properly. Their hair all messed up. They got damn ketchup stain on their cheek. Man, these people are through, man. Now let me pull up this article. Drinking. Uh, pull up this article, right? It says, man, oh man. It says COVID-19 pandemic brings new concerns about excessive drinking. It says, um, Nelson reports alcohol sales in stores were up 54% in last March. To that time and last time last year.
You know what this remind me of? It remind me of you ever seen the movie Titanic?
Nah.
Damn. Well, anyway, for the viewers who probably seen that movie, man, it remind me of like when the ship had finally hit the iceberg and it split into two, and people already realized that they was fucked, they all gonna die. Hey, them violinists, they kept singing them songs and playing the violin, and they were drinking and everything all the way down to their death, man.
Yo, there's another article. This from ABC News. It says alcohol consumption rising sharply during pandemic. Ooh, watch this, especially among women. Damn, heavy drinking by women up 41% during pandemic. See that? So all this stuff is just solidifying the scriptures, and it's all because of how they feel, man.
Damn.
See, look, this is based on the results. Experts say they're concerned about how people may be choosing to ease the pain and isolation wrought by pandemic. They're drinking wine in the bitterness of their soul, man. Just like what we just read in Isaiah, the 24th chapter. They're not drinking because they're rejoicing. They're drinking because of sorrows of heart. You got that precept in Proverbs?
Yeah. Yeah, this is Proverbs 30 and 31 and verse 6. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts.
See that? And wine to those of heavy hearts, man. Hey, can you get that in a different translation?
Yeah.
And give wine to them that are of a heavy heart. These people are heavy hearted right now, man. Heart just full of tears, full of sorrows.
Let's see, Proverbs 31.
Yo, hey, we coming up on 2 hours, bro.
Damn. Let's see. Here you go. NLT says Proverbs 31 and 6. Alcohol is for the dying, and wine for those in bitter distress. Yeah. Oh shit.
Those that are bitter distress.
Let them drink to forget their poverty and remember their troubles no more.
Yeah, see that, and remember their troubles no more. Sending a house, no job, no money, no damn unemployment money.
That's why America drinking so much of that wine right now herself too, man.
Yeah, for real, bro. All right, so now we're gonna jump to 4. Let's jump to 4, man.
All right, it says unemployment,
right? Which what's going on in America? Unemployment numbers. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get the unemployment numbers right now.
Let me find that again.
So because not too long ago, I think in November, about 700 over 700,000 more people done filed for unemployment.
Damn. Hey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring something back out in secondary 16 real quick. All right, yeah, this secondary 16 and the GNT I'm gonna start at verse 41. Well, I'll start at verse 40 again. Listen to my message, my people, and get ready for the battle. When the disasters come, you must live as people whose home is not in this world. 41. Merchants must not expect to make a profit from what they sell. They must be ready to run for their lives. Their customers must expect to lose whatever they buy. Whoever builds a house should not plan to live in it. Damn. Farmers should not expect to harvest their crops or pick their grapes. Those who marry must not expect to have children, and those who don't marry must live as if they have been widowed. Anything that is done will be useless. You hear that? Whatever you do is useless if it's not for the Most High. It says foreigners will harvest the crops, seize the wealth, tear down the houses, and carry off the children as slaves. Anyone who has children will be bringing them up to be slaves or to die of starvation. Anyone who makes money will do so only to see it violently taken away. The more possessions people gather, the more they spend on their cities and houses, the more attention they give to their personal appearance, the more angry the Lord will become with them because of their sin. So basically, man, everything that is being done right now, it's in vain, right? You occupying homes, building a new home, you know, trying to further solidify your stay here in America. You know, you out here married. That's why in Luke 17 says, for they were marrying and giving in marriage, you know. That's what you focusing on is marrying. Hey man, most high not dealing with people like that, bro.
That's right. That's damn right, man. Yo, man, this is what a time.
At a time.
Be off.
We are at the pinnacle of everything the scriptures talked about, man.
Right? And what we doing, we're lining everything up with history.
Yep.
So now there's an article. It says, now how long ago is this from? It's 2 weeks ago. It says unemployment claims rise as economic worries grow. With coronavirus cases increasing again in the United States, the fragility of the recovery is in jeopardy, one economist said. And what's something that's fragile, like a glass, right? Now it says the job market is showing signs of weakening again as more Americans file for unemployment benefits amid a sharp rise in coronavirus cases and new restrictions on business at curbing the outbreak. Initial claims for state employment insurance jumped by more than 18,000 to over 743,000 last week.
Damn.
All right, it says new claims for pandemic unemployment assistance, a federal program for gig workers, independent contractors, and the self-employed totaled 320,000, an increase of 24,000 from the week before. So these cases are just rising higher and higher.
Yeah, they are. They like there's what do you call it? Surging, like
surging. Yep. Yeah.
Rapidly.
Right.
You know, and that's what he said, and that goes to show you that he says, if those days be not shortened for the elect's sake, no flesh shall be saved. So everything, you know, is going to be happening on a quick progression. You know, people talking about, oh, it could be 30 years till he come back. Listen, that's the way you thinking, but you also gotta understand, man. Listen, he's showing mercy by cutting the time short. You know, he's got to do it, or else he ain't no elect gonna be out here saved. You know, so that's why we see all these surges and spikes and everything. You know, because he's really putting down that hammer to go ahead and finish the work. You know,
for real. So let's go ahead and read it.
Number 4. Okay, during the latter years of the empire, farming was done on large estates called latifundia that were owned by wealthy men who used slave labor. I got a precept on that. A farmer who had to pay workmen could not produce goods as cheaply. Many farmers could not compete with these low prices and lost or sold their farms. This not only undermined the citizen farmer who passed his values to his family, but also filled the cities with unemployed people. At one time, the emperor was importing grain to feed more than 100,000 people in Rome alone. These people were not only a burden, but also had little to do but cause trouble and contribute to an ever-increasing crime rate.
Right. So the point is unemployment. Right. And that's what's happening right now on a large scale. Unemployment. All right.
And who's that sound like? Who's America say is a burden to feed? Right.
Right. Right. So-called blacks and Latinos.
And why do you think that they're forcing the damn vaccine on you? To go ahead and wipe you out the way, man. Right? Because they understand that the king to the masses ratio is overly drastic right now. You know, a king, there's this thing called span of control, right? So this like it's a ratio between, let's say for instance, you have one commander and he's over like 3 servants, right? Or 4 servants. Or let's just say 7 for the number of completion's sake, right? So that's that perfect span of control ratio, right? But America, right? Well, they're elites. They now, since the masses of the populations have increased, right, in the multitudes of people, they realize that their span of control is far above their reach right now. So now that's why they push that thing called population control to bring it back home, so they can have so they can execute their force and their power the way they want to with a certain amount of people, right? Because they have too many people, they can't do what they really want to do.
Now let's get to inflation, which that's what's happening. That's been happening a lot lately, man. Inflation, right? Which what is inflation? Inflation just simply means a rise on goods, right? Which America is about to hop into a hyperinflation, right? Which a hyperinflation is a high demand on goods but at a faster rate, right? So the difference between inflation and hyperinflation is inflation is just that's the set price is going to be on goods for I don't know, maybe like a month or 3 4 months, 5 months, a year. But a hyperinflation, bread can cost, let's just say, bread is like what, $2 to $3 right now, right?
Yeah.
It can go up to it can go up to about $5. Then a day later, shoot, not even a day later, moments later, it can go up to $7 $8. And then it's going to keep on rising and rising and rising and rising again. That's hyperinflation. So it said, oh, my bad. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead and read it.
Inflation, the imposition of higher taxes undermined the economic stability and vitality of the empire. Taxes were raised to pay for deficit government spending.
Right. And isn't that what Jim Crow Joe's trying to do? Isn't he trying to raise taxes?
Nope.
Go ahead.
To pay for food for all in society and to pay for government sponsored activities of diversion, such as circuses and sports. Interestingly, as the time of the final collapse drew closer, greater emphasis was placed on sports to divert, here you go, to divert the attention of the public from distressing news of massive trouble within the empire. Hey,
damn, bro.
Yeah, y'all focusing on that damn fight that dude getting knocked out. You're getting distracted.
Again,
you know?
This is really crazy, bro. We're really living in the downfall of an empire, bro. We're really living in it. Cause all these things that we're reading right now is why the Roman Empire got destroyed. And guess what? We're in the new Roman Empire too. And you people better get down with this Bible, man.
Better, man. Better.
Go ahead. All
right. Yeah, I was about to say something. It slipped my mind, but I'll go ahead.
Yeah, skip down to where it says to make up to make up for this loss?
Okay, kind. Oh yeah, that's what I was about to say. Right. So Medo Persia, right? Medo Persia, they were known for what? Their media. Like the way how they basically facaded over the truth with their propaganda, right? So America is a greater form of Medo Persia because that's where you get that word media from. Mead, you see? That's where you get the word media from. And what is America known for? Their media, right? And so what do they do in their media? They distract you. You see, and that's exactly what they did in Mead and Persia. They distracted the masses of that was dwelling in the empire before the empire fell. Okay. Says to make up for this loss in value, merchants raised the prices on the goods they sold. Many people stopped using coins and began to barter to get what they needed.
Hold on, isn't there a coin shortage here?
You can't make it up, man.
Bro, you can't, bro.
Hey, this brings me to a precept. You cannot make this up.
Hey, man, Thwada Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, man. Listen, and we're the only ones bring stuff like this out, bro.
Man. This the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and 9. The thing that has been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun.
See that? No new thing under the sun, man. Everything, history is just repeating itself, because that's what history does.
Yep.
History repeats itself.
Yep.
Period.
Hey, that goes to show you his circle is like his judgment like a ring.
The ring, yeah.
Oh. Hey, it says eventually salaries had to be paid in food and clothing. Hold on, did I skip something?
No, you good.
It says eventually salaries had to be paid in food and clothing, and taxes were collected in fruits and vegetables.
Okay, so now let's go to the last one.
Now y'all about to realize why, you know what I'm saying, like the original point that the brother had made at the beginning of this video, how when you have real riches, you have cattle and gold, is because when your dollars or your coins just collapse, what do you have? Nothing. Because you've been dependent. America has made people soft, especially you men out there, you know, living in these cities, man. You know, you don't know the first thing about fishing. You know, you don't know the first thing about living outside for at least a day or pissing or shit in the woods. You know, America's made you soft because America takes care of you, man. Right? But the Most High God, from the beginning of the world, when everything was made good, right? Hey, the richest, along with that's why he gave, you know, rich people cattle and hills and farm and things of that nature, because that's what you truly need in order to survive. Not no damn paper money, you know. And you depend on your enemy for food and shelter. All right, but of course the Israelites, we had to go through this because it's a part of our curse. We ain't have a choice. All right. What do you want me to get up?
8.
All right, 8. Military spending. Maintaining an army to defend the border of the empire from barbarian attacks was a constant drain on the government. Military spending left few resources for other vital activities. Yeah, activities such as providing public housing and maintaining quality roads and aqueducts.
Oh my goodness, the roads, bro. Let's not get started on how these roads are out here, man. These roads out here suck. Number of potholes and things like that. And you know what's crazy about military spending? You know how much America spent on their U.S. defense system, which I brought it out in my video.
Yeah. You said how much?
Like $11.6 billion. There was a pie chart, right? And the pie chart consisted of America's spending, right? And guess what? America, the half of that pie chart, which was 50%, went to military spending.
Damn.
And the last or the littlest part of that pie chart was food. They didn't care about food. All their money went to military spending.
Damn. And I bet you a good chunk of that was what? For the Space Force.
Yo, so here we go, man. We're living in it
Because
again.
they're afraid of what? Them barbarian attacks, these alien invasions, these chariots that's filled with angels and Yahushua, man. That's what they're afraid of.
That's right.
Hey, ain't nothing y'all can do. Nothing. All right. He says, oh, and aqueducts, like Flint, Michigan water, prime example. All right. It says frustrated Romans lost their desire to defend the empire. Yeah, because a lot of once faithful American citizens, they're no longer faithful anymore. They're like, damn, America's just gone too far, too far down the drain. Says the empire had to begin hiring soldiers recruited from the unemployed city mobs or worse than foreign counties. And that's where you Jakes come into play, when they made you sign up when you was 18, you know what I'm saying? They made you, to be on the Army Reserve or whatnot. Now they about to call y'all, and a lot of y'all about to be trapped up in that typhoon of snares, man. Because you're gonna feel that hunger, So Esau's gonna offer you that army job, like, hey man, we need you to help fight in our army. The country's in a crisis, and because you're hungry and you're in dire straits, you're like, all right, this is my only way I can eat. This is if I fight.
Right, and that's Jake. That's always Jake's plan. All right, man, whatever, man. I'm just go to the army.
Yep.
Jake, bro, Jake stayed doing that.
Yep.
Jake stayed going to the army because they feel as though they're poor, they don't got no resources, they don't have no resources. They think maybe going into the army, because the army give you some benefits. Like, shoot, I made it.
Yep. Shit. Yeah, most I snatched me out of that mindset. I almost went.
God, me too, man. I almost went too.
Damn.
I think me and my old buddy that I used to work with before I came into the truth, I think we both was going to go to the Air Force, something like that, which actually he actually went and joined the Air Force.
Damn.
And I was going to do something. I forgot what I was going to do. It was something to do with the military though, right? And then something told me, man, don't do it. Ultimately, it was spirit. Like, don't do it. And I ain't go to the spirit.
Yeah. Because your Yahushua would have fought against you instead of fight for you now. Can you imagine that, bro? Damn. I was at Walmart the other week and I was getting some food or whatever. And this young Jake, I could tell he was fresh in the army, bro. And I was on the clock. So I was at work. So I had my fireman suit on or whatever. And he walked up towards me and he's like, hey man, I see you're fireman. You ever thought about being in the military? I'm like, nah, man. If I was you, I advise you to get out. And he's like, why you say that? Like, hey man, just take my number. I'll tell you. I can't tell you now because I'm in uniform. Right. But I wanted to tell him, man, your house shot coming to kick some ass, man. You want to get out,
You ever told him?
Huh?
You ever told him?
Nah, he ain't never text me back.
Oh,
I gave him a link to my YouTube video, so hopefully he check them out. So.
Yeah, well, all right.
But yeah.
All right. But yeah, man. I'm not really in on that. Right. So all these things that we see, hey man, we see that's happening over here in America. That's how you know this place is at its end. Right. So you got anything else, bro?
Nah, man. Nah, I mean, we see the times. You'll be a fool to look at these signs of the times and still turn your face away from the Most High when this grace period is still extended out to you, man.
Right. Hey, Ecclesiastes 8 and 5 said the wise men both know time and judgment.
Judgment. That's it. Yep.
All right. Hey, man. But with that, man, we're going to say call on Allah, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Lord willing, this video was edifying to you brothers, a few sisters. With that being said, shalom.
Shalom.